So we were approached by producer Svanna Giesler in around March 2019 to talk about the potential of building a bespoke venue for this new show for ABBA. We were invited to Stockholm to meet with Benny and Bjorn and Ludwig Andersson, and then Bailey Walsh, who was the director, along with ILM, the VFX company, to just talk about and brainstorm ideas of what it could be.
As entertainment architects, we were very well positioned to understand the amalgamation of entertainment and architecture into single entities. So all of the conversations that we had always had the architecture and the show in equal measure in mind.
We were employed as the architect, but also the show designer.
And our approach was to start the design from the inside and work our way gradually out, meaning that we understood what the show was, and as a result we understood what the requirements for the building to support the show needed to be.
We spent quite a lot of time looking at different geometries, and we quickly settled on the hexagonal layout with ILM, as that provided the kind of most seamless sightlines for the audience. The superstructure of the arena is built from steel, and it's a very simple semi-axisymmetric dome construction. The thermal and acoustic cladding goes around that inner hexagon shape, and then we have a porous rain screen of timber battens that give the arena its distinctive form.
The main acoustic challenge with not relying with a massive concrete construction is always low frequency breakout. The arena is sandwiched between noise sensitive premises, so we had to control low frequency breakout so we can get planning permission and we don't create a nuisance to them. The sound reduction provided by a building element is proportionate to its mass and is proportionate to the sound frequency of the incident sound. So for low frequency we will often rely on concrete. That was out of the question, so the whole envelope of the building is built out of two independent layers that provide with a low frequency reduction way greater than what its mass would suggest.
The modular construction was key to the success of this building being able to transport from A to B. So all of the decisions that we made in that process required us thinking about how the modular units could not only be put together but then also be taken apart again.
So we decided to use cross-laminated timber for the seating structure inside the arena and also all of the front of house external structures, mainly because CLT provided us with a structural quality, but also it meant that it could be the finish of the building as well, which meant we didn't have to add additional layers of plasterboard and finish, which would then have to be wasted.
Working with CLT allows us to reuse the materials, thus making circularity a more viable option.
So all of our experiences as entertainment architects designing portable structures came to fruition here, because every decision that we've made, whether it was the choice of construction, the choice of materials, or the choice of the geometry, led to the simplicity of the design that we now have as the ABBA Arena.
We're really happy with using timber as the primary material. It feels like it's ABBA. It feels very Scandinavian. When you get to the building, it feels very warm and inviting. You go inside the arena and suddenly you're in a very high-tech environment, so it's a very nice contrast.
With wood, you have to force the sound to change mediums, so you go from air to the first layer, to air, to the second layer, to the outside. The changes in mediums make the sound dissipate quicker, and allowing for the inside layer of the building to vibrate sympathetically with sound makes it dissipate energy even quicker.
We built the dome of the arena at ground level, so all of the timber cassettes were put on the dome at low level, but also it allowed us to load a lot of the production equipment onto the grid at a safe working height. So we loaded the roof up to 744 tonnes, and then the whole thing was lifted up by 18 strand jacks up into its final location. The ABBA Arena being in East London has had a great effect on the local community. They've employed a lot of local people to work in the arena. I think most importantly it's brought tourists out of the centre of London to an area of London which they probably haven't been to before. So it's really exposing East London as another place to go as a tourist.
ABBA have set the benchmark. It's for others to aspire to this level of creativity and technical proficiency that is all in aid of the audience having the best possible experience.
The ABBA Voyage arena is nothing short of an engineering marvel, so the biggest lesson learned would be that nothing is impossible.